Hi there, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're not new here. My name is Gina and today I'm going to tell you why Coach bags deserve way more hype. So what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about my Coach handbag collection and my history with the brand. Let's just start by saying I'm a huge Coach fan. If you've been watching me for some time, you would have noticed that I actually have to really restrain myself from adding too many Coach handbags to my wardrobe because I really just don't need that many bags, but they are so beautiful. And this isn't a new thing. I have loved Coach since I was a little girl, and especially in high school and college when Coach, like OG Coach, was just it. Is like the early aughts, 2005 especially. I remember my very first Coach handbag that I purchased. I bought it on eBay. It was a Coach Carly bag. It was in this like delicious lipstick red color with the gold hardware and the smaller hobo size. Loved that bag. I had coveted that bag for so long. It was such a hype bag, like I think it was like 2008 maybe when I was, or no, it was like, I think it was like in 2000, maybe 10-ish, somewhere around there. I remember I was in college still in undergrad, and I just saw every like model looking girl on the subway wearing it, and I had to have it. And so I really splurged on that bag and loved it. It was heavy as hell, I have to say. It was such a heavy bag because it had so much hardware, and the leather is so like thick and scrumptious and yummy. And so once I filled it up, it was so heavy and it definitely like ruined my posture, but I did it for the bag. Anyway, other than that, I've always loved vintage Coach. I would thrift them and try and like refurbish them. I would thrift them for friends. And very sadly, when I went through my like uber minimalist period, I sold all of my Coach bags. Backpacks, briefcases, shoulder bags, primarily crossbodies, because I've always been like very into crossbodies. So court bags, Willis bags, the round camera bags, like Dinkies. I got rid of all of my Coach bags. Kind of regret it now, but hopefully they went on to homes that are loved. And I've been slowly rebuilding my Coach collection since then. And so I'll show you my 4 Coach bags today. You'll see a theme with them. And yeah, let's just get into it. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with the bag that you might have already seen on my channel. And that is this Coach Dinky Bag. And this is the re-edition that came out, I believe, last year. This is in black. It has the re-edition, it says limited re-edition 1974, the Dinky on the tag. I have a video unboxing this and all about this bag. It's so beautiful, this beautiful East-West style, very just sleek and architectural. And it's like the kind of bag you can dress up or dress down. You can wear it as a clutch, take off the strap. You can wear it as a shoulder bag, which is how it's meant to be worn. Either long shoulder bag, like with this longer strap, or shorter shoulder bag with the chain strap, which is what I just pulled out. Has the Turnlock closure. It's just such a versatile bag. And I've even worn this crossbody by connecting the 2 straps. So if you connect the chain to the leather strap, you get this like mixed media style bag, and you can wear it crossbody. So that's kind of cute. And I've totally done this so I can be hands-free with my son. My favorite way to wear it crossbody is to actually double the chain strap, and then I connect it here, and then I clip the leather strap to the chain strap, and then you get this beautiful, like, this is a double chain and then the leather strap, and you can wear it crossbody. You know, I'm all about a bag hack. If you saw my horse video about the Clementine, I had a little hack there. Also hacked this bag. It's all about getting the most out of my wardrobe. So yep, hope that is useful for you. That is the Coach Dinky. I have it in this beautiful black glove tan leather. Love her so much, wear her so much. Inside I have the Coach dust bag, which if you have watched my Coach videos before, I'm really not a fan of the Coach dust bag. It's just so polyestery, but it's good to have them to protect your bags. Inside here, you have this zipper, which is really great. And then you have a front slip pocket as well. And what I really love about the re-editions is that they have the OG, if you have had like vintage Coach bags, you know that all of their little zipper pulls have like this little OG circle zipper pull in there on a little chain. And that like really sold me on this bag because that's like such a nostalgic detail that I just really love from Coach. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful bag. Hardware is gorgeous. Love her so, so much, and will never let go of this bag, I don't think. It's just one of my favorites now. Because I love the black so much, I also purchased it this spring in this gorgeous cognac brown color. This brown is actually called Saddle, and I think it's called like 1974 Saddle, or it has like a number to it. I'll put it in the description, but it's the saddle brown color. There's also a honey brown color that's a bit lighter than this, but this one's just a bit more rich. It's more of a classic cognac, and it has a little bit of a red undertone to it. So it's not totally neutral, but just like the other one, it has the Dinky, the 2 tags, the Coach tag, and then the limited reedition tag. It has the back slip pocket, which is just gorgeous. I keep the leather straps on mostly because first I want the leather straps to soften up, and that's what I use the most with this bag. The chain strap is like when I'm just feeling a little bit dressier. And same as my other bag, I keep the dust bag inside when I'm not using it. In the back zip pocket, I have a few rando things in there still from the last time I wore it. And it also came with the chain. I just love both of these so much. I have this tendency, if I really, really love a bag and I find myself using it a ton, and I have it in one color, either brown or black, I will repurchase it in the alternate color because these are the colors that I use the most in my wardrobe. And so I've done that with a lot of my APC bags. I've done it with this bucket bag I recently got. I got it in a taupe, and then I got it in a black. And yeah, it's just a way, because I do have a pretty limited like wardrobe in general. If I'm gonna use it, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it in 2 colors. So those are my 2 Dinkies, my Coach Dinky bags. I'll hold them both up side by side, the sisters. And they're both gorgeous. I wear them both about the same amount now. You can see that this one, obviously I've had it longer and the leather is starting to like show signs of wear, which I love about the glove tan leather because it just softens and gets better and better over the years. I think I will condition it pretty soon because I haven't conditioned it since I bought it. And they've been getting a lot of wear. So I'll probably clean and condition probably in the next month or so. So if you'd like to see a video on that, I can totally share that. Now, the next bag is kind of an embarrassing purchase, I'm not gonna lie. I just loved the Dinky so much that when they came out with this teeny tiny micro Dinky, I couldn't get it out of my head. And it's the most ridiculous bag because it really doesn't fit a lot. It is tiny. I have the strap inside, which I will take out. The strap is a little bit different than the other one. It only comes with this smaller chain strap that can be worn as a necklace. It can be worn as a belt. People take it off and style it all kinds of different ways. And inside, what I can fit in here are a couple of credit cards. So there is a back pocket, which is very useful because I just pop my ID and my cards in there. And then I can fit like a chapstick or a lipstick. I can fit my keys, and that is it. There's no wallet going in here. There's certainly no phone going in here. It has this tiniest of tiny little turn locks, which is just like utterly adorable. Like, come on. And then it does have a back slip pocket, which I think actually I have a receipt in there right now, but it is a functional bag technically. And then so cute, it has these itty bitty Coach tags. This one has the Dinky, again, limited reedition, 1974 on there. So if it can focus, there we go. So cute. And then this can be worn crossbody. I see some people wear it as a necklace. It is adjustable, so you can see it slides like this, and it has this little Coach logo, which I'm not a logo person. That's why I love like some of the older ones so much. But it's fine for this itty bitty one. You know, it's very discreet. You can also wear it like this. Like, there's so many ways you can play with it. But really the way that I wear it is crossbody, and I also like to wear it crossbody when I'm wearing a tote. So if I'm carrying like a tote with like my books in it, I'll have this just for my lip gloss and just for like a little extra something. It's just really adorable. It's a fun thing. I got this as like a reward to myself because I had like a really rough spring, and I decided that I would treat myself to this itty bitty thing. I did get it on sale on Amazon, so that helped me feel a little less precious about the price, but she's just adorable. And then let me show you side by side with the other Dinky. So I'll show you side by side with her mama, so you can see the size comparison. Obviously, I mean, she can fit inside this bag very easily. It's just tiny. And side by side. I just find it incredible too that the craftsmanship can still be there with such a teeny tiny bag. Like, it's not super perfect. It's, I mean, very close to perfect, but things like I saw back here, the stitches are just slightly uneven right as they get to this part, but like the hardware and everything else it's just incredible that you can shrink it down to this size. So yes, these are my Dinkies, which I hope this is an interesting collection because it's all the same bag so far, but I do have one more and I promise it's not a Dinky. So just for reference, I purchased my black Dinky in 2024. I purchased my brown Dinky in, I think, February or March of 2025, so this year. And then I just purchased in April, I believe. Yes, it was April, the micro Dinky. And yeah, so they are all very new to my wardrobe. So the next and last bag in my current Coach collection is the Duffel 16, and this is in the color bottle green. This was one of my favorite vintage Coach styles. It's very hard to find them in good condition because it is a functional bag and people wore their bags. This one is a little different from the original. Here it has the original, original glove tan leather in Boston, the gold on the bottom. And the originals used to be circular on the bottom, and this one is more of a rectangular shape. I got this one in 2023 or maybe 2022. It was right around the time I had my son, and I can't remember if it was before or after, but I've had her now for over 2 years, and she is just a great bag. I use this a lot, even like with my son. You know, I still like to wear my bags, even though like I've got a toddler running around or at the time a baby running around. And I still take my handbags out because I deserve to have pretty things. And so I would wear this a ton because it fits so much stuff. I have a cotton dust bag that I keep her in there, but it's cotton lined with this canvas. It's easy to see in there, even though it's a deep bag. Again, it has a zip pocket and a leather patch, and it has the really cute little pull tag that I love. And this bag fits way more than it looks like it would fit. And because it's so malleable, it's easier to like really stuff it. Like I've even put like a puffer jacket, like one of those ultralight puffer jackets in here, stuffed it in and fit other things with it. And then it has the adjustable grommets, like the adjustable strap, so you can make it the length that you want. And she's just a gorgeous, gorgeous bag. Like I really throw this one around. This is the one that ends up on the picnic table or on the grass, and she is just super durable and looks beautiful. And yeah, it's always nice to have like a little pop of color. So I love this bottle green color. It's hard for me to resist adding more bottle green. Like there's a bottle green Dinky that I really loved, and I was like, okay, I only need one bottle green bag in my collection, especially the bottle green with the brass. Like, I think that that's just such a beautiful color combination. It's so much more versatile than you would think. So yeah, that is the last bag. Highly recommend the Duffel 16. It's not on the Coach website anymore. I actually got this one while it was still on the Coach website, but it was one of the Renew products. So I think it's like a return and they repair it or something like that. So it was a little bit cheaper than retail price, but you can find the vintage version and the re-edition on eBay and some of these resale sites. One of the things I noticed just now actually is that, so it has this little hang tag here and the little ring for it, but it doesn't have a reissue tag. So I think that's something maybe a little bit newer with some of the vintage styles or heritage styles that are being re-released. So that's something to note. Hi, so I'm hopping back here in different clothing because when I filmed my collection, my Coach collection, I hadn't placed an order yet. And now I'm actually about to go edit that, and 2 days ago, I partook in the Coach sale. There is a sale currently going on Coach. If you are subscribed to my channel, you will see in like the community tab, I post like good deals or sales of pieces that are either on my wish list or in my wardrobe. Oh, there's so many beautiful pieces at Coach, but there's one in particular that I have been like hemming and hawing about literally since it came out. I've seen it in the boutique twice. I've tried it on every time, and that is the curve zip bag. It's another one of the Coach original bags, and I love the Ergo line. I think they're really gorgeous. I look at them vintage all the time, like consider purchasing one vintage, but they are so expensive, the vintage ones. I actually purchased an Ergo from the reissue line a few years ago now, I think in 2022 or so. There's a video on that on my channel. I didn't like the color. I think it was called the ivory color. It was too yellowy, like the color just wasn't for me, so I sent it back. And when this smaller one came out, I fell in love with one color in particular. So without further ado, I'll show you the new bag in my collection. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep it. It literally just arrived. I'm just kind of like trying it on now and having fun with it. I have one hesitation, and that is the size, and I wanna make sure it's not duplicative of something else in my wardrobe, which is my APC bag in a very similar color, but that's a super micro bag. Anyway, you can see now, it is the ruby color of the Coach curve zip. This was originally called the Ergo Mini Zip. It's a style number 9020, 9020. And isn't she just so cute? I am wearing my red shirt in honor of this bag. But I've been on such a red kick since probably last fall, or maybe even last winter 2024, because I got these like red ballet flats from J. Crew, and ever since I've been slowly adding, like I got this cotton, vintage cotton, like LL Bean red sweater that I'm obsessed with, and now this bag. This is such a beautiful classic color. But anyway, this is a new one, adding this to my collection. I'm pretty sure I'm keeping her. I got this on sale from Coach. It came very, very fast. And yeah, so far I'm loving it. So this curve zip is here on the tag, just like the other reissues. And then the classic Coach bag. This is a little different from the original. I still have the tag on, but this is different because it has this little place to hang bag charms basically, and the tag. I think the originals, it just had a longer chain strap and they would be hung like here. And yeah, I'm still getting to know this bag, so I'll do an in-depth review once I've like had it for a little while and she's worn in a little bit. I can feel like the leather is very stiff, just like my, I mean, all of the bags the glove tan leather is pretty stiff, but my Duffel felt very stiff, and I was like, oh, this isn't what I was expecting, but she's worn in really, really beautifully over the past few years, so I suspect that this will do the exact same thing. And down here you can see the genuine glove tan leather. Yeah, so I have a new bag in my collection, this red one. Just obsessed with the Coach Originals line. I used to have a lot of vintage bags, as I've mentioned, and this just really satiates that like love of the vintage ones, but then I know that they're in really great condition and I can wear them in myself, so yay. Okay, so that does it for my Coach collection. No vintage pieces in my collection right now. I actually really want to add a day pack, and most likely a vintage day pack. I used to have one once upon a time, and I kind of want one in red, like in, yeah, a really beautiful rich red color. Holding off on that, we'll see. But yeah, these are the 4 bags that I currently have. I am constantly looking at Coach bags, constantly looking at the Coach site. I always have to resist the ones with like the big C on it because I feel like I would get tired of it after a while, but the tabbies are so beautiful, and Coach just does quality modern pieces really, really well, that obviously they have so many very timeless styles. So anyway, I hope you like seeing this collection. If you have any questions about these bags, I'll try to answer them in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.